What's up guys, welcome back. I'm doing a video. I didn't think I'd be doing this early into the channel, but we gotta do some repairs on the car. The car runs and drives fine. There's no real issue with the drivability. It's just when it comes down to stopping, my parking brake kind of broke. I don't know exactly what happened, but if I let go of it and I'm on a hill, the car starts to roll back. Right now I'm on a flat surface, so you're not gonna notice it. But yeah, we can't really have that, especially in a car that's stick shift. We kind of need the parking brake more than anything. So I was able to dig into it already, and I found out what the issue was. The cable that connects from the parking brake down to the cable all the way back to the rear, it snapped at the parking brake, and unfortunately with these cars you got to replace a whole handle in the assembly. I told my brother, he was able to find me a part for a pretty good deal, and I just came down to Needles to pick it up. So we'll get home, let the car cool down for a bit, because it's going to be a pretty extensive job. Once we do, we're gonna go ahead and replace the part. All right guys, so I just got home. We're gonna let the car chill for a bit. We're gonna let it cool down. Once it's cooled down, we're gonna put it in the driveway. We're gonna jack it up and we're gonna get to work. I don't really know how I'm gonna do this. I have an idea, kind of did some research on how to take it out, but it should be fun, and I'm gonna learn a lot throughout the process of this. All right guys, so we got the car up. Now it's time to dig into this interior and see what we can rip out the handbrake from. If I'm not mistaken, all we do is kind of just pop this panel off. Let's move this wire out of the way. Let's get this over here, and there should be bolts right there, bolt right there, and a bolt right there. And after that, we should be able to pop it off. If I'm not mistaken, there might be a power cable on the back for the sensor, and then we just have to disconnect that, go underneath, and it'll pop off. So let's get to work. Right, as you guys can see, I finally just took out those bolts right there, one and one, and back here, like I thought there would be, is the power source cable, which is kind of like it's a sensor that kind of just lets me know when the e-brake is activated, when it's on. It's got a little spring down there that when I bring it down, it decompresses, and when I bring it up, it compresses, telling me that the parking brake is on. Right now it's not reading it. I just have it up just for show. But now all we have to do is get underneath the car and kind of just drop the exhaust. So now what we need to do is get underneath the car and drop the exhaust, and well, drop it enough so that we can take down the heat plate that's kind of covering it. And then once we do that, we can just take the wire out and pop it off. All right, we got the car up on jack stands and the jack just for support. And now it's time for the fun part, which is kind of dropping the exhaust a little bit, enough to get the firewall off, which I will show you guys in a minute. But it's gonna be pretty uncomfortable. Working on the ground sucks, and might not get the best angles, but I'll try my best to show you guys pretty much what's gonna be going on. Okay, so in order to drop the exhaust, you have to remove this cross member bracket plate, and this is the plate I'm talking about. We need to get out, or at least move it a little bit enough to be able to get it out of there. And by dropping this over here, this should drop enough for us to be able to take this out. And it's got these weird looking screw thingies that kind of just push out with the flathead, or actually we'll do it with my finger. So let's go ahead and start by doing that one there, and then this one I won't be able to do it with my hands. But this is kind of my exhaust system for anybody that was curious. Just an X pipe, my down pipes over there looking like cats, and my axle back over there, somewhere over there. You can kind of see the muffler from right there. But without further ado, let's get this thing off. Okay, I got everything off. Everything's back over here. Again, sorry for the awkward angles. And this is the plate I was talking about. We kind of got it out of the way, and over there we can see where the wire is from the handbrake. Probably can't see it, it's dark in there. Okay, so now all we got to do is kind of just push the wire out of there, and we can pull the handbrake out from the top. So again, I won't be able to record this next part, so I'll see you guys once it's out. All right, here is the old handbrake. As you can see, this right here was kind of ripped off. Really can't have that. This is what wasn't allowing it to engage. And now we're gonna take the new one and put it on there. But my dad is doing a lot of the work. Well, he's helping out a lot, and he doesn't want to be on camera, so unfortunately I won't be able to record this next part. But yeah, here's the old one. So out with the old and with the new. Alright guys, so we got the new one back in, the new handbrake back in here. So you guys can see it's pretty much on there already. We just got to tie it down. Got the power source put back in there, right in there. Now we just got to tie it down. And this part's easy. Just those 2 bolts. Go right in there, adjust it, pull it, make sure it works. And the rest, that's pretty much it. Alright guys, so fortunately I wasn't able to record that last part of me putting it back on because the battery was actually dead. But it's on there. But now we have another issue. We tested it, it works out fine. But now we have some banging going on with the drive shaft. I don't know if the drive shaft is actually hitting the plate when I put it on. Maybe I bent it. My dad thinks it's one of the cable, it's the cable that's banging up against the drive shaft. Not entirely sure, but with cars you never really know. It's never really an easy fix. I kind of wasn't expecting this to be an easy fix, but now I know. Well, now everybody kind of knows now, like, don't expect an easy job when working on a car. It's never going to be an easy job. And now we just have to find out what the new issue is and get it down. Alright guys, so here's the story. This plate up here,
Oh guys, you're not gonna believe it. What I'm gonna say is the truth.
That's my dad right there. But here's what's going on. This drive shaft is either banging on this or this cable over here. It's banging on the drive shaft and we don't know yet. So now we have to drop the exhaust, which I was kind of hoping I didn't have to do, but I guess it has to be done. It's just gonna be those 4 bolts over there, and I kind of just let it hang as much as possible. It's fairly simple, but it's kind of a pain at the same time. So I guess here we go. Let's drop this exhaust. So here's a better view. I was able to actually push that plate back. Didn't really have to do as much work as I thought with the exhaust. Kind of wish I would have known that before I started pulling it out. But don't see the cable actually banging on it. And that metal piece bar right there, that's the drive shaft. And so I think my suspicions were correct. Actually, they might be correct. Because I don't see any other place where it could be hitting it. Alright guys, so we kind of did, I found out the issue with what the issue was. This was hitting it. Kind of awesome to find that I was right. Don't really get that when it comes to my dad as much, especially when it comes to cars. But as you can see, nothing's really banging it. We just turned on the car with the drive shaft spinning, and nothing was hitting it. There's no vibration sound, there was no clunk, none of that. So that means this plate right here is what was causing that. So now we just have to find a way to fix it because it gets annoying. Not gonna lie, that is a very annoying sound. If I can avoid it, I will. And there is my dad working on the van. Believe it or not, he's just doing regular maintenance to it. I think he said he was doing the spark plugs on it. Alright, so that's gonna do it for today's video. I know it ended kind of abruptly, but the car got fixed. I was able to put the parking brake back on here, and I was able to get the plate fixed so it's not grinding anymore on the drive shaft. My dad was a huge help in this, and he doesn't really like being on camera, so that's why I didn't film the end. My dad was kind of just wanting to push the job out and just finish it, so we did. And I decided to come up here and film this spot, just film this up here at the spot where I'm at, because I'm always up here. It's got a really good view of the city, and I'm always up here. It doesn't matter if it's at day, sunset, at night, I'll be up here regardless. So I figured what better place to film this than up here, because this is honestly where I like to spend a lot of my free time. But definitely let me know what you guys think, and let me know what you guys want to see out of the channel. I do have some plans for the Camaro. I do want to do the exhaust, and I want to tune it, get some decent power out of it. And then down the line, I do want to lower it, and I do want to put do the heads. I want to do a cam. I want to do a lot of stuff to it. I want to make this the race car. And yeah, I do want to do a two-step on it, like within the near future, just to shoot some flames and just have some fun with it. It does come with an active launch control, but I don't know, I feel like a two-step would be more fun, because the launch control only really works if I'm going to launch the car. Two-step, I can do it pretty much whenever. But yeah, just let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys want to see out of the channel. And thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out, and I'll catch you later.